The Complete Human Gymnasium story series, The Human Operating System. A new member discovers that success is built on 12 human faculties, not thousands of isolated skills. Maya joins the Complete Human Gymnasium, expecting another course. Instead, she discovers the 12 faculties that silently shape every decision, relationship, and achievement, and realizes they are the true human operating system. Maya believed she needed new skills to thrive in the future. At the Complete Human Gymnasium, she discovers something unexpected. Beneath every profession, technology, and achievement lie 12 trainable human faculties. As AI increasingly performs tasks, she realizes the greatest investment is no longer another certification, but strengthening the human operating system that no machine can replace. When Maya joined the Complete Human Gymnasium, she expected another educational program, perhaps a few workshops, some new techniques, maybe another certificate. Instead, her mentor asked a simple question. What if everything you've learned depends on capacities you've never consciously trained? Maya was confused. The mentor explained that schools teach subjects, companies teach procedures, and professions teach specialized skills, but very few places teach the human operating system itself. He introduced the 12 faculties: physical intelligence, nervous system intelligence, cognitive intelligence, endocrine intelligence, physiology intelligence, emotional intelligence, creative intelligence, social and relational intelligence, existential intelligence, consciousness intelligence, temporal intelligence, and finally, coherence intelligence. He explained that these are not skills, they are the foundational capacities from which every skill emerges. A brilliant strategy depends on cognitive intelligence. A difficult conversation depends on emotional and relational intelligence. A sustainable career depends on physical, physiological, and endocrine intelligence. Great leadership depends on coherence. And knowing when to act depends on temporal intelligence. As technology increasingly performs tasks for us, Maya realized that the future belongs to those who continue developing the human capacities that technology cannot cultivate for them. She finally understood that the Complete Human Gymnasium wasn't preparing her for a profession. It was preparing her for life. Because skills may change, technology will certainly change, but a complete human being can keep learning, adapting, and contributing throughout every change. The Human Operating System, Chapter 1. The education nobody had offered. For most of her life, Maya believed education meant collecting knowledge. She had degrees, certificates, professional experience. She had learned software, communication methods, leadership models, project management, productivity systems, and even artificial intelligence. People admired her. She was competent, reliable, successful. Yet something never disappeared. A quiet feeling that although she had learned how to perform many roles, she had never learned how to develop herself. One day, she heard about the Complete Human Gymnasium. The name intrigued her. Gymnasium, not school, not university, not academy. Gymnasium. What exactly do people train there? She asked. The mentor smiled. Not professions, not business models, not software. We train the human operating system. She laughed politely. I already know how to be human. The mentor smiled again. Do you? He placed 2 words on a whiteboard. Skills. Faculties. Most people confuse them. A skill helps you perform a task. A faculty makes learning the task possible. If you lose one skill, you can learn another. If one faculty weakens, every skill depending on it weakens as well. For the first time, Maya wondered whether she had spent her entire life strengthening branches while ignoring the roots. Chapter 2. Beneath every skill. The next morning, the mentor introduced the first 10 faculties, not as subjects, as living capacities: physical intelligence, the body's ability to sustain demanding decisions through strength, mobility, coordination, and embodiment. Without it, energy disappears. Nervous system intelligence, the capacity to regulate stress, recover, breathe, and remain steady under pressure. Without it, good judgment collapses. Cognitive intelligence, the ability to pay attention, learn, think strategically, and recognize patterns. Without it, knowledge becomes noise. Endocrine intelligence, the awareness of hormonal rhythms and biological regulation. Without it, burnout quietly becomes normal. Physiology intelligence, the living foundation of vitality and whole body energy. Without it, every other faculty weakens. Emotional intelligence, the ability to experience emotions consciously instead of reacting unconsciously. Without it, relationships fracture, creative intelligence, the capacity to imagine possibilities that do not yet exist. Without it, innovation disappears, social and relational intelligence, the ability to communicate, collaborate, repair trust, and build meaningful communities. Without it, no organization can thrive. Existential intelligence, the faculty that asks why, purpose, responsibility, meaning. Without it, success eventually feels empty. Consciousness intelligence, the capacity to observe your own thinking, emotions, habits, and attention. Without it, decline often becomes invisible until it is too late. Maya stared at the board. She had spent years learning thousands of skills. Nobody had ever shown her the invisible architecture supporting them all. Chapter 3. The two hidden integrators. The mentor erased the board. Only 2 circles remained. 11, 12. These are different. He pointed to the first. Temporal intelligence. Time is not only minutes and calendars. It is rhythm. It is recovery. It is timing. It is cycles. It is knowing when to act, when to rest, and when to let growth compound. Maya realized she had always measured time. She had rarely understood it. Then came the final faculty. Coherence intelligence. The mentor spoke more slowly. This is not simply another faculty. It is the one that allows all the others to function together, he continued. If you develop the first 11 independently, you become someone with many strengths. But if you develop coherence intelligence, those strengths become one integrated human being. The sentence stayed with Maya for days. One integrated human being, not 12 separate improvements. One whole life. She finally understood why the Complete Human Gymnasium existed. It wasn't trying to produce specialists, it was cultivating complete humans. Chapter 4. Becoming the operating system. Months passed. Maya still used artificial intelligence. She still worked with technology. She still learned new professional skills. Nothing about that had changed. Everything underneath had. She no longer exercised simply to stay fit. She was strengthening physical intelligence. She no longer practiced breathing merely to relax. She was developing nervous system intelligence. She no longer read books only to collect information. She was training cognitive intelligence. She respected sleep because endocrine intelligence required rhythm. She protected her vitality because physiology intelligence sustained every decision. She listened before reacting because emotional intelligence transformed conversations. She made space for imagination because creative intelligence generated futures. She invested in trust because social and relational intelligence created communities. She regularly reflected on purpose because existential intelligence gave direction. She observed herself daily because consciousness intelligence prevented unconscious drift. She organized life around rhythms rather than constant urgency because temporal intelligence multiplied growth over time. And each evening she asked herself one final question. Did these faculties work together today? That was coherence intelligence. One afternoon, she met her mentor again. I think I understand now. What do you understand? I thought I came here to become more capable. And I discovered I came here to become more integrated. The mentor nodded. The world rewards skills. The future will reward complete human beings. As Maya left the Complete Human Gymnasium, she noticed something remarkable. Nothing around her had changed. The same streets, the same technology, the same opportunities, the same uncertainty. The difference was invisible. She no longer saw herself as someone collecting skills for an unpredictable future. She saw herself as someone continuously cultivating the human operating system beneath every profession, every relationship, every act of leadership, and every meaningful contribution. She finally understood the purpose of the 12 faculties. Train the first 11 separately, and you gain 11 powerful capacities. Train the 12th, and something extraordinary happens. Those 11 capacities stop competing with one another. They begin working as one. And when that happens, you no longer become better at being an entrepreneur, or a leader, or a parent, or a creator. You become something far more valuable, a complete human being.